22, support below 76, 66, 59, 52, and 41. Okay, pivot 84, support 76, 66, 59, 52, and 41. Resistance on the upside at 91, 44 even, 08, 14, and 22. Market here kind of falling out of bed here a little bit due to the fact that Amazon's earnings weren't as expected. And the sell-off here is due to the reaction from that. It was overnight, maybe a little bit overblown. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, these numbers that we are giving you are kind of guide to the day, kind of give us like a game plan for the day. We don't know, what is really going to happen any given day. Are we going to continue to break? Are we going to rally back when the traders come in play in the morning? All we can do is take be patient and take one of our levels and see how they work. Obviously, the levels are there for a reason, the technical reason to trade. And so we try to use those and incorporate those into trying to find areas that the market will give us an opportunity to scalp the market. Given the little fluctuation here in the Dow to the downside, probably looking at about 3 to 4 points on our stops and our targets. Just extended here a little bit. As you can see here, we got up to 89. We were looking at the 91 area. So we kind of bounced off here just a little bit. Again, how you scale into a level is very important. The opportunity here is to be able to get into an area. We're not going to be perfect. Consequently, your opportunity to scale into a level is very important. And we use those opportunities to get into the trades. And likewise, when you are exiting trades as well, you have to use the same kind of uh, if you're trading multiple contracts. If you're not trading multiple contracts, if you only have one contract, that's fine. Just pick your spot, this level, whether it be the low end of the level, the high end of the level, and then trade it that way and keep your stops in place. Given that we got up here to the 89 area and kind of bounced off, I would say that the 91 here is a little bit riskier, so be a little bit careful here if you're going to trade it. I would have liked to see and see 90 or 91 area on this initial move here. So be a little bit careful here against the 91. This is where, as the traders, you can make tweak them a little bit so that you can look at the price action and then react to the market accordingly. We're always looking at price action to help us determine where our next trades are going to be. Likewise, if the market did something that is going to be putting the level at risk, you have to make the proper adjustments based on what you're seeing. So given the fact that we got up here to 89 and came off, I would be a little bit more cautious around the 91. So don't trade as many contracts, or keep your just be a little bit more careful there and keep your stops in place. That's all I'm trying to say. This 91, only because of the way the price action dictated what we're going to do here. All right. Amazon's reported. Well, first of all, let's see if there's what numbers are coming out. We have Chicago PMI, possible market mover that's going to be coming out here at 8:45. So in about 11 minutes or so. And we're coming up here to the 91 area again. Traded a little cautiously. It's not as strong as I would have liked it to be on that initial move. So it's a lot more tenuous than it was just a minute ago. But be careful around it and make sure you keep your stops in place. Just because of the price action, right? There we go. There's a nice little rotation here, a quick rotation to the downside. That's what we like. Yeah, well, again, the worst trade there. Again, take some profits if you're given a gift, right? It was a nice quick rotation, considering I don't like the level either. So that was a nice little quick little scalp for us. Again, they have to have the orders in place to get filled on one of those little. To me, this was a gift because I was just about to tell you not to not to use the level at all. Well, we got a nice little quick rotation and got a quick 2 points out of it. Again, not only because of the price action. Obviously, you need to have your orders in place to be able to get it triggered. And if you don't, just keep your stops in place against this 91 area for the reasons that I said. It did get up to, it did get right up to that level there, Don. Well, 91 and a half. So, well, anyway, we are here. So be a little bit careful. We got a quick rotation off of it. Hopefully you took some profits there. Again, like I said, I did not, the way the price action was, I wasn't a big fan of the level once it, but we did get a quick little scalp out of it. So that was, I guess, okay. Now the next level on the upside we have is nothing all the way up to even. Could you have bought it? You could have made a case for buying it around our pivot there on the opening. There was a legitimate reason to get long there if that's what you wanted to do. I mean, did I know the market was going to go up off the opening? No. Did you know? Probably not. I would say that probably 50% of you would have said yes and 50% would have said no. So we don't know. You could guess, but but if you needed to find a technical reason to get long, you could have made a case for it right off the opening. Again, that's all depends on how much risk anybody takes. I kind of try to show you what the risk is, and then you have to make that determination on your own. This is what we do here. We're trying to create an independent trader out of the technical analysis that we do, and then you make decisions independently because that's what everybody here is, an independent trader, right? In their own way. All right. Don, me too, just a little bit. So I just took the safer end of the level. Okay, so that's what I did at with the even level. So we have just go back. We have 8:45. So in about 8 minutes, 7 minutes, Chicago PMI is coming out. Could be a little bit of a market mover. We don't like to trade when there's a fundamental news that's going to be released and could affect the markets. Usually, what happens for me, not necessarily for you, but for me, I have been always wrong when these numbers come out. So I'll trade the after effect of a number after it's released instead of trying to trade or have a position on when a number is being released. And then at 9 o'clock, at the top of the hour, we have consumer sentiment coming out. So a couple numbers here to be dealt with. Chicago PMI is usually the last day of the month, and then followed by the national PMI number that comes out on the first of the month. Given that this is the last day of trading for the month, they're coming out with the Chicago PMI today, and then obviously on Monday they'll come out with the regular PMI and we'll see what happens there. All right, so that's what's going on with the numbers. Let's talk about Amazon here. Amazon reported quarterly earnings after the bell on Thursday with revenues that were 25% higher than the same period last year. While that's pretty impressive on its own right, the percentages wasn't high enough to match analysts' expectations. The e-commerce behemoth finished a quarter $113 billion in revenue. That's for a quarter. Compared of 115 billion, prompting shares to slump 7% after hours. Now, 7% stock on a $3,000 price tag. That's a pretty hefty price tag there. Let's see if I can find the price right now for you. Is trading $280 down right now. That's well, not really the best. It started at 3,600. So what is that? 7-8%, something in that range. Not a good. Well, I mean, if you wanted to buy it, I guess you got $3,000 laying around. Buy one share. 30,000, 10 shares, 100. Do you really need to trade that stock for that much money? I don't know. I mean, they obviously you needed to buy it. Look, when this stuff came out, I had no. I mean, Google and all these things came out. I mean, I'm like, what? What? How do I buy a company that I have no idea how they make money? Little did I know. Very little did I know. Okay, so that's what my trading track record is with Amazon and Google, right? Anyway, what does it mean? Amazon historically exceeds expectations. So revenue missed, the first since 2018, triggered some alarms on Wall Street. Amazon also said it would continue to see difficult comparisons to the pandemic quarter of 2020, meaning the era of the company's bumper results may be slowing. It comes as people turn to their old shopping habits while traveling and dining out, which could weigh on the company's rapid growth record through the pandemic. It's still phenomenal growth when you see the sheer size of the business. Said some analysts, obviously the pandemic helped them, but they're not going to be able to grow that rapidly and on the top of those numbers. We are coming up here, bumping up. We have next level on the upside. We have is the 44 even level. We do have a number that's going to be released here in about 3 minutes. So again, if you have a position on, it's not my favorite thing. I'm not telling you not to. I'm not telling you to. I'm not telling you to do anything. You do your own thing. I'm just giving you a warning. I said I don't like to have any positions. I don't know what the number is going to create any volatility or not. All I'm saying is that there's a number. You decide whether you want to put on a position on during that number or not. Right now, we're kind of flat. We had a little rotation there off of against our 91 level. Again, it was you have to be very nimble and quick about it. I was almost about to tell you let's not take it, only because of the way the price action was just prior to that. But it did give us a quick jolt to the downside with a nice little quick scalping opportunity for a couple points. Um, right when that happened. So hopefully, maybe you were able to take advantage of it. And now we're just looking at the 4,400 level on the upside. Now, I would say that if the 4,400 level was a little closer, let's say we were trading around 98 or 99, then you have to make, consider, maybe I shouldn't be trading that either because it's close to a number, right? But 7 points away here from it, you know, not the worst idea. I mean, I would probably keep, if you were a little worried about it, then lessen the load. Support right now would be back at the 84, which is our pivot. That's where I would have a little bit of support. So we'll see what happens here when the number comes out. Investors overlook better than expected profits as well as strong performances in advertising businesses and cloud divisions. Amazon's web services increased 37%. Above the expectations, while the other units is primarily made up of advertising grew 87% year to year. I mean, these guys are making like goo gabs. It's amazing, right? They missed by $2 billion on their top line, and they are getting tanked. 2 billion out of 100 and 13 billion. I mean, I guess I don't know. Just sometimes, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? But they're getting tanked. So, all right, again, so we're coming really close here. We're at the 97. We have this number going to be released here in about a minute, so be a little bit careful if you're going to take the trade. And then we have another number to be released at the top of the hour. Again, they could make the market move. They could not. Yeah. So we'll see what it wants to do. Kind of rallied it here a little bit into the teeth of that number. And we have even area as our next resistance level. All right. So this number is going to be released now, and oops, they don't like it anymore. They liked it for a minute. They don't like it anymore. Numbers released, and again, you can always tell, by looking at the ladder ticket if there's bids and offers that get depleted on the bids and offers. That almost made sense. So if the numbers on the bids and offers get depleted, this time they kind of stayed the same. There were 100 up and down the ladder ticket. And also, when you have increased volatility, your ladder ticket gets thinned out a little bit because you're going to get filled. And they scale in, right? Those big traders scale in. You don't have to put. You can get filled 100 lot or 200 lot at one price when it's slow, and then when it picks up, you can scale in because you're going to get a lot of slippage. So definitely, don't got to worry about, and that's why they kind of thin it out. And when it's really moving around a lot, you scale in because you don't need to put in 100 lot at one price. You can put in 10 lots at 10 different prices and probably get filled and average down or average up depending on where your entry point or what you're trying to do. But that's whatever. It is what it is. So we're up here again, kind of held. The number is out. They broke it for a little bit. They said, you know what? I know it's not so bad after all. Coming up here, testing. We're up here. We have even, 44 even. See what it wants to do up here. Again, make sure you keep your stops in place. We don't love any trade. Anybody have any questions, any comments, or anything like that? If you want to put them in the chat box area, I have that window up, and I'll be able to see it quicker and talk and discuss whatever questions you might have or comments. Good for both. It's Friday. It's maybe you get a little bit of business. If you look at the chat box area, you'll see our levels that are printed for you. Again, those are a guide to the day. Nothing here is etched in stone. We can add to those. We can subtract from them. We can tweak them. Again, this is what we are doing here. We're trading, and we make adjustments according to the price action. And the perfect example this morning was the 91 area where I was kind of hesitant to get in because of the price action. It became a little bit riskier for me. I shared that information with you, and then but then we actually got a quick rotation off of it. When I told you to keep your stop in place really tightly above the 91 if we did get above it, but kind of worked out very nicely for us. But you're always allowed to make adjustments to level. None of these things are um, etched in stone. Well, when you reach a level of resistance, you're obviously going to sell that area. If you're going to reach a level of support, you're obviously going to buy that area. And then you're scalping it. You're looking for a rotation off of that support or resistance area, 2 to 3 points minimum, with the possibility of getting more, depending on how many contracts you trade and how you scale out of them and scale into them. Yesterday, we had a nice rotation off of one of the highs that we had. It was a perfect entry point, and then some of our traders took 4, 5, 6 points out of the trade. It all depends on the price action. It all depends on what we're trying to do. No, we are when we get to a level like with the 91 area here. Once we got to it and we sold it, we buy it back. We bought it back at 89, 88. And then now we wait for the next level to get triggered. It could be on the upside, it could be on the downside. So right now, our next level of resistance that we have, which the market continues to move up here, is up at 44 even. My support level right now, if you don't take the levels out, would be back down at 84. Okay, that's if I wanted to have a certain level where I would be interested in buying it, it would be back down at 84. Now, is the market going to go back down to 84? I don't know. Is that number going to change? Absolutely, based on the price action. So even though I like it right now to be 84, doesn't mean we're going to go back down there. Okay. But right at this moment, and that could change, the 84 is the level where I would be looking to buy it if we break down. And we do have another number that's going to be So that could add some volatility and maybe rotate the market down. I don't know. I don't know which way the markets are going. All I can do is I know these levels of resistance and support are there for me, and I'm going to trade them when they reach those levels and then see what happens around them. Am I going to make money on them all the time? Absolutely not. Am I going to make money on some of them? I hope so. That's what we're here to do. But whatever the situation may be, I'm always going to keep my stop in place, because if I'm wrong, I don't want it to become this like big thing that I have to overcome. I'm always going to look for the next opportunity and trade the next opportunity when it presents itself. As we rotate up here to the even area, 44 even. Hope that makes sense for you. I mean, basically, we're trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows in the market, because we don't believe the market goes straight up or straight down. I mean, at any one moment in time. And we're relatively lower risk because we're keeping our stops in place. We're scalping the market versus getting any position trades. Doesn't mean you can't incorporate some of the stuff we use into, into your trading style. Just a different mindset, and you have to kind of just look and see what different parts of our trading concepts you could use and add it to yours. All right, we've come up here to 98 and change area. We had even. Coming off here a little bit. There's a little resistance up here, as you could tell. As the market's not really flashing much more speed up here, and it doesn't mean that we're not going to hit those stops. Somebody asked me about a question about stops yesterday. I would say that right now above 02, there's probably going to be some stops that can maybe push the market a little bit higher. So that's why we have our stops in place. On the final trading day of the week and the month, but equities are not wearing their party hats. Nasdaq fell overnight, 1.2% on revenues at Amazon fell short, while a retail giant gave a weaker outlook. Pinterest is also down 20% pre-market after losing monthly users during the 3-month period ended June 30th. And don't forget the disappointing IPO from Robinhood. Oh, really? Great surprise that is. But again, I don't, I'm not here to give you stock advice. That's for sure. Okay. GDP data on Thursday suggested the pace of growth may be slowing. The U.S. economy expanded at 6.5 annual rate in the second quarter, but that was discouraging given the expectations of 8.4% growth. Some are looking further into the data and seeing a larger than expected drag on global supply chain shortages, which could mean an economic boom when the issues get finally ironed out. Well, that makes sense if that ever happens. So we are coming up here, butting up against our level up here, 98, and got up here 98 and change. Just a little bit of resistance up here. Again, we do have a number. It's going to be released in about 6 minutes, so be a little careful. Again, if anybody has any comments or questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box area. As we're slowly trying to uptick here against, keep your stop in place, right? That's what I keep saying for a reason. Yeah, we're coming up here to our even area. See what the market wants to do. As there's a number that's going to be released here in about 5 minutes. So to have that to consider. All right, nice rotation here against our even area. Again, your scaling in is dependent on how you get in and out of these trades and how you enter these trades. So again, keep that into consideration and take some profits if you don't like the price action when it gets up here, right? Then it did give us a quick rotation, and if you took the top end, it work in this even area, but we do have a number that's going to be released there in about 3 minutes. So keep that in mind if you're trading. Again, it's my personal thing that I don't like to have positions on when numbers are released. Just because they just don't seem to work out my way. Don't know why. So just work this level here and see what you can do. All right, Don, you have a good one. Thanks again for your help this week. I appreciate it. All right, as you can see, we're kind of hanging around this even area. Again, like I said earlier, I don't like to trade a number when it's being released, and the number is going to be released here in about a minute. So it's giving you a little profit, nothing to write home about. Uh, so I would be consider exiting that trade if you want to lower your risk. That doesn't mean that everybody likes to trade like me, so you have to make that determination. The problem with putting a stop in, up here, is that sometimes, especially on a number, you're not going to get filled at the price that you are trying to get out at, because of the volatility that might ensue once a number is comes out. So that's like one time I had to stop in the bond market. Thanks, Don. I had to stop it in the bond market for about 10 ticks, right? And I said, well, I had it for like 7, but they also have it that if it gets above 10 ticks and I don't get stopped, I'm not going to get filled at all, right? Sure enough, it gets above 10 ticks, even though I had my stop at 7 ticks, and I don't get filled, and it continues to go higher. I mean, who knows where I would have gotten filled? Maybe I should have got out. I don't know, but I know I just don't doesn't happen to me. As we're trying to rotate down here, we have a number coming out here momentarily, so our level giving us nice rotation here against it. I would be out. I'm out now. The number is released. See if it does anything. I don't know what it's going to do. All I know is that I'm out of my trade. The 44 even for the most part worked. Maybe we didn't get what we wanted out of it, but at least because of it's on the heels of the number, we are able to make a little bit of money on it. If you still have it, have a trailing stop. Anything above O2 again, probably you want to be out of any shorts. So if you want to stop, if you took some profits and you need to stop, anything above O2, you want to be out of any shorts. But I would definitely peel out some profits here on the heels of these numbers. I'm flat actually, so that's what I'm doing. And you don't, again, that's just me. If you want to try to stay short, you can do that. Anything above O2, I would suggest being out of any shorts. Let's see what the market does against this even area. What do you mean we missed 14? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Don, Don, up there, when you put out the levels, it was 08, then 14, and then 22. If you could just correct that for us. Oh, I got you, Don. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You're not as, Mark never sends me an email. You're not as saying. All right, you're working this even area. If you still have it, again, like I said, I'm for the reasons that I said, I'm out of the trade only because I don't like to have a position on when a number is released. That's just me. Thank you, Don. There it is, all nice and tidy with the 14 in there. I appreciate it there, Adam. Thanks for letting me know. All right, next level above here again is up at 08. I will. Thank you. You have a good weekend there, Don. Again, thanks again for helping me out. All right, we're up here, kind of hanging. Again, like I said, I am flat. Looking to see where we're going to go next. Support right now, if you're looking for support, probably around the 88 to 90 area. Again, we make adjustments based on the price action. All right, market up here on their highs. Again, even if you wanted to buy it, again, you have to kind of, for me, I'm looking for a good entry point on my longs. If I want to get it right now, it would be around 88 or 90. Otherwise, I'm just kind of, this is for me a no trade zone until I look at my next level on the upside, which is up at 22. Now, remember, again, we're getting back up here. Even though Amazon came out with bad earnings, the market got dumped on overnight. We're up here in a 44 handle. Again, very, very buoyant and very, you cannot this market just doesn't go down. You want to say, "Oh, it's a buying opportunity," but I guess it is. It just depends. We shall see. But it's amazing. We're not trying to figure out which way markets are going. We take each day separate. Each day is a different day. Markets are going. We try to position trade. I mean, you could. That's what you do. But we are, we try not to come in with a bias. We try just to trade the market, and whatever the market gives us, we trade the opportunities that it presents on each given day. And that way, you stay focused on that specific day and trade whatever price action opportunities that might occur. Every time I come in with a bias, it seems that I'm always wrong. So I try to stay away from coming in with a bias, even though we are human, though, and we usually do come in with some kind of bias, but I try not to very hard. And it's not good for trading. Anytime you say to yourself, I think the market's going to go up, eh, that's when you're thinking, that's too much. That's too much. Shimmy trade. Again, we're just looking for opportunities to trade given what the market is going to give us on any given day uh, versus just trading the market versus having an opinion, I should say. So next level or upside we have is 08. Support right now 88 to 90. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks, Don. That's very professional. Yeah, right. All right, market continues to slowly uptick. Coming up here, next level resistance we have is 08. Now look, we're just trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows. Market continues to uptick here, kind of discounting all the bad news from Amazon. I mean, I wish I could have told you we were going to rally right off the opening, but I wish you would have told me if you knew, right? All right. Okay, so we don't have any more numbers coming out. The market's kind of stalling up here a little bit around get up here to '05. We have '08. Uh, I don't like it as much there. I mean, I'd rather wait till maybe 92 if you press me. I mean, it could work, but it really doesn't excite me. And I'm trying to be patient, right? And you have to be patient in this market. I mean, you just, you feel like trading, you feel like you want to. When we get these expanded ranges a little bit, it takes them time to, rotate back and forth a little bit. But patience is important. You'll get the opportunity to get another trade in or two. All right. Y92, the price action kind of dictates. So that's where I think we would have a little bit of support, 90 to 92 area. Maybe the 91 level being old resistance, coming back a little support. The 90 to 92 area would be a little bit of support that we have based on the price action. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here. Again, we don't know what market's going to bring. Every day is different. Sometimes we get volatility and we're going back and forth. Today, we're getting this one-way trade. The one-way trade to the upside is not our best trade. You know that. If you've been with us for a while, you know that the market kind of just when it goes this way, it just slowly goes one way. No ebbs and flows. At least we were able to get some action against our 91 in an even area. So we weren't without a little bit of opportunity. But if it continues to have this slow rally to the upside, it seems like it's going to kind of suck out all the rest of the volatility in the rest of the day. We shall see. Right now, we've got support back at the 90 to 92 area. And we'll see where we go from here. Patience is important when you're trading. And the yield on the 30, the yield on the 10 is right around that 1.25. So we're hanging very tight in there. Again, kind of discounting the bad number here from um, Amazon. If anything, if we're looking for inverse trade and you didn't get a rotation to the upside there on the bond market, you can almost say the bond market completely was telling you that maybe S&Ps are going to come right back. Who knows? Sometimes you can read a little into the lack of something happening in the bond market there to give you a hint, maybe. As now the market comes off of here, we got support around the 92 to 90 area. Again, if I knew the market was going to break from there, I would have told you, but I did not know. And coming down here again, low support around the levels I said. We'll see what it wants to do there. And whatever this case may be, you always keep your stops in place. Let's see what the yield is on the. Yeah, yield is right at around 125. Probably it's even a little less right now because it's rallying. So, market is definitely, bond market is not really moving that much. Sometimes you're trading and you're watching markets kind of do their thing, and you're like, oh damn, I missed the move. You can't get upset because you either didn't get filled on a trade or you didn't catch a move, because there's always going to be another opportunity, and you got to stay focused on that. And instead of worrying about catching every move, you should just kind of just trade the market. We have support down at the 90 to 92 area, and that's what I'm looking at. We stopped at 94. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe we have another rotation to the downside. Maybe not. I don't know. Then I'll be looking at the 90 to 92 area. Using the even because it is pretty much kind of ran through it and back up through it a few times. So the even is not a level that I'll be looking at anymore to do anything around. Even though even is usually a number that people like, 44 even, 44 like 44.50, 44.75. Those numbers sometimes come into play a little bit psychologically. Again, looking at the 90 to 92 area, some support. Well, you know, they still got a lot of issues and cases over there. I'll tell you that much. Let's hope somehow they get through the next 2 weeks with enough athletes. Right? Who knows? All right, coming down here to our support area that we talked about, 90 to 92. Got right down to 91 there and nicely rotating back up. Again, patience, very important to have patience. And nice rotation there against the level of support that we talked about. And it was very important to show some patience and wait for the opportunity to present itself. And then that way, it was a good area of support down there for, like I said, technical reasons. And have a nice rotation here where you got, three, three, 2.5, 3 points here on the trade if you want to try to stay long. And I think the 96 would be a good exit strategy if we get back up there. If you really want to stay long, have a trailing stop. But again, this is what we are trying to do here. We're trying to find the opportunities that the market presents itself with and find those levels of support and resistance based on the price action. So that's 90 to 92 areas being supported. Got down to 91 and fall rotated back up. Again, you're scaling into an area, so we're not going to be perfect, right? So hopefully somewhere around there you were able to get in. And a nice rotation here off of that area. That's what we're trying to do, find the opportunities to scalp the market. And you're taking the profits and then moving on to the next opportunity. Now, below that, really the next support level that we have would be down at the 84 area. If we get below 88, we might rotate lower, going down to 84. But right now, this is a support area. Again, below 88, obviously, you want to be out of any longs and a good possibility of maybe going down to the lows or at least down to the pivot there where we'd have the next initial support. So again, you're scaling into the level. You're also scaling out. If you have multiple contracts, if you just had one or two, you're in and out of the market. So nice little trade there for you if you did participate. All right. We said that if we got below 88, it'd be out of any longs. So I always suggested anything below 88 there as out of any longs. So if you did want to dip your toe back in there around 91, you had 3 point stop or anything below that. You just want to make sure you want to get out of any longs below 88. So if you did take a jump in there, at least you got your exit strategy. Again, that's another way of kind of taking what I say and using it. Uh, finding your exit strategy and then finding an entry point for your position. As long as you know that you don't want to be long below 88, that way you can find where your entry point could be and trade it that way. All right, so now the next level of support we have is down at the 84 area. Again, we make adjustments based on the price action. So once the market creates some bars, gives you different opportunities to trade. And we could find a lot, we can find a little. It all depends on any price movement on any given day. We are always at the mercy of volatility and price movement. We can't create it, we just trade it. Sometimes we're going to get opportunities, and sometimes we're not. It's okay, it's part of the game. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box area. As we are focused more on the morning hours to give us good opportunities to trade. We feel that there are some good ebbs and flows in the morning. First hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of the day keeps the ebbs and flows going. You can have plenty of opportunities during those times if we get some volatility. Obviously, we would like to stay here. I'll trade longer, but the afternoon trade gets a little bit more stickier, gets a lot quieter. There's a lot less volatility, especially during the summer months, and so consequently, we try to focus more on the morning hours for us to be able to make our money and then move on. And uh, again, we even though we're only trading for a little bit in the morning, we can still average about 4 to 5 trades during any course of any day, and that helps with the fact that we don't like to give you know uh, commissions to our brokers. I mean, I hate to overtrade. That's one thing that you have to try and remember. Overtrading is when you get yourselves trading way too much for no reason except maybe you're chasing some money or something like that. And then all you do is create more expenses for yourself with commissions. And I don't know, I just don't like giving commissions to those brokerage houses anymore. They rub me the wrong way because they're not nice to traders anymore. They used to be very nice to me. They used to be. And everybody tightened their belts. No free basketball games, no free Cubs games, no free golf. At least they could take us out to play golf. But no. Okay, again, using the same concepts we gave you a little bit ago. We said below 88 and be out of any longs. So you're given a chance there to buy them. They're on the 89 area. You could buy them anywhere down there as long as you put your stop in below 88, and you're getting a nice rotation up here. So that holds true until we get through 88. So you could have kept a very tight stop there, got down to 89 and change, and been able to take a little bit of a scalp here as it rotates back up here. This is what we're trying to do here, and find these little areas. I mean, at least you know, even though it's like sidewinding here a little bit, but you have your exit strategy, which is the first part of it, and that way you can stay, focused and try to scalp the market as long as you know where your exit strategy is. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not so easy. Today, at least it's giving us something to look at. Sometimes it's not that easy, where I can find a level that we definitely don't want to be long. Or I mean, you can find them. It just doesn't work as nicely as this one is working. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat box area. All right. So again, patience prevailed here as we were waiting for the opportunity there to trade at our numbers, and then we found a price action opportunity there where the market would we felt that the market had a little support against the 90 to 92 area. We said anything below 88 out of any longs, and hopefully gave you a little opportunity here to find a little opportunity to buy it and scalp the market here. And if you want to stay long, you could do that as long as you have your stop here below the 88. And you can take a little bit more than, it gives you a chance here to take 2 or 3 points for sure, maybe even a little bit more, depending on what your risk tolerance is and how you're scaling in and out. Okay, if it comes back down to that 90 area, I would not really be buying it anymore. I don't know if it will or won't, but I would just look on the downside. The next support level would be down at the 84 area. All right, and there we go. A nice little rotation here for trying to stay long against that little area of support. And nice little pop up here. Again, patience prevails here. And this is, again, a good opportunity there for you to take more than 2 or 3 points on your trades, depending on how the market reacts. We had your exit strategy in place. And all you have to do is kind of just let the market play itself out. And then you got a nice little rotation up here. Have a trailing stop for anything else if you are trying to stay long against that level. So nice little trade there for you if you did trade it. All right. Again, hopefully, if you're scaling out of stuff, maybe you're able to get out. And now we're just kind of flat here. At least I am anyway. And looking at if I'm looking for some support, I'm looking at 84. If you're looking for a momentum trade, maybe below the 88. All right. Seems like we're trying to hold this 88 area above and see what it wants to do, but getting a little bit choppy here, quiet. Well, at least we had a nice little rotation down there. Gave us another opportunity. Again, we are just kind of waiting for chances to trade. And gotta be patient, and we were, so that's good. And now I really don't have anything. If we get above 99, we could rotate back up to the highs. Sometimes they say that if you want the market to go up, it has to go down first, and vice versa. So sometimes you get those rotations one way, even though you got the position the wrong way, but you're actually looking for it to get that rotation so that you can get everybody long or short and have the market kind of come up in their face and then you're in the right position. Does That's what they do sometimes, unfortunately. All right, getting a little bit slippery now, kind of just maybe not doing much. Range bound, I don't know. Get below 88, we'll look for the 84. And on the upside, above 99, maybe rotate back up to the highs. Are we going to stay in this range? I don't know. But right now, this is no trade zone right in here. Sure. I'll give you the levels verbally. How's that? Our pivot this morning is 43.84, resistance at 91, 44 even, oh 08, 14, and 22. Support below at 76, 66, 59, 52, and 41. All right. Well, we've definitely come a little range bound here. Let's see what happens or not. I don't know. All right. Looks like I said, looks like again we got ourselves in a little bit of a range. Let's see what the market's going to bring us. So we have uh, we're right now in this no trade zone area. Seems like we're going back and forth, the market's trying to decide what it wants to do. Below the 88, we'll look for a push down to 84. Then we'll look if we get below that, our levels below that. On the upside, if we get above the 99 area, might rotate to the highs there and maybe retest those, and maybe even go up to our upper levels. So, or we might just stay here the rest of the day. We don't know, but whatever the situation is, just be a little bit patient. Wait for the market to kind of trigger itself to kind of give you opportunities to trade. Um, right now, we have to be a little bit patient and wait as the market just has got itself in a little bit of range. We did have support down around the 90 to 92 area earlier, and that worked very nicely for us. We also suggested out of any longs below the 88 area. And like I said, if we get below that, we do have a chance to run down to uh, our lower levels there. 84 first being our next support level, and then below that with the support levels that we gave out this morning. So if anybody has any questions, good time to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll see what happens. Again, be a little bit careful here. It is Friday. Um, Things tend to, stay quiet, and then all of a sudden you get one move at the end of the day. Usually a one-way move, so it's not our very best trade. We like ebbs and flows. We don't like one-way trades, but we'll see what happens. At least we have our parameters here as the market is trying to absorb the Amazon situation and decide what it wants to do from here. So take a little bit of break, come back in a bit.
Couple quick programming notes. Right now we're coming on the 11:12 or the 11 o'clock hour, a little after, on July 30th, 2021. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading advice. Welcome aboard. We have guests coming in. Welcome guests. We have current students coming in. The trading focus here is the first 2 hours or so of trading. If you haven't banked your money for the day, let us know. We'll be glad to help you. Hey, Anupam, welcome aboard. Hey, Dee, welcome. Edward, let me know a good time we can follow up today. Julio, let me know if you're around. I think we're talking today at 12 noon. So the staging here is you come in as a guest, quickly transition over to friends and family member. Hey, James, looking for you. Thanks for switching over from guests to friends and family. Anybody has any questions? Hey, Felix, let me know if you have any questions. Mahmoud, how'd you make out today? Hey, Mark S. Mark W. Hey, Mark W., let us know how we can help you. WLS, let me know if you have any questions about Sol's services. Hey, Carlo, you're still signed up for Sol's Friends and Family, right? I think you are. Ernesto. Hey, KG. Adam. Avi. Edward, let me know back in chat if you're in earshot. We can set up a time to talk. Hey, Frank. Glenn. Joel. Hey, Kurt. Walk, let me know if you're back. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, and appreciate you signing up for friends and family. If anybody wants to sign up, let me know back in chat. Yeah, that's a little about Sol. You know, Sol is a active trader focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. He has developed a price action trading strategy that he uses for his own trading, and he is available to teach you, whether you're a new trader or an experienced trader, how to get the most out of your trade based on price action and the focus on the S&P 500 E-mini. Sal is a 25-year veteran trader. He comes, live off the trading floor in Chicago, I guess is the best way to describe it. He's actively scalping. He is current. He is utilizing his trading strategy. He puts his money where his mouth is. I think it's important for you to know who is at the helm here and what his qualifications are to be able to work with, teach, mentor, help traders turn the corner into trading success, which in the grand scheme of things isn't easy, but we're here for you. Hey, Ernesto, you have any questions about our services here? Give me a quick sound check. Mark W., I think you're part of Sal's friends and family. WL, have you made the move over yet? Just let me know back in chat. Felix, I know he gave you out the information today. Just let me know how you're making out. Ernesto, Edward, let me know good time today if you're back. D, same. Let me know if you've moved over to friends and family from guest. Carlo, let me know. I think you're still on friends and family. Just let me know back in chat. Avi, Anupam, Adam. We got a nice group of people in today. Appreciate you being here, and let us know how we can help you. Mark. So, Mark, I'll send it over to you now. Let me make sure I got it right here. All it is a link. It's nominal. It really just shows us who's really interested and who to pay attention to. That's how nominal it is. I'll send it out to you now. I thought I saw, something when I shorten up the names, like I shorten up the name from, the last name to one initial, and sometimes I lose track of, who individuals are. So welcome aboard. We do this every day. It's an opportunity for individual traders that know what to do as the first level of opportunity here. They come in as a new trader looking to be set off on the right foot, not waste a lot of time suffering through all the beginning trials and tribulations of a beginning trader, and we help them bridge the gap between being new and working them in so that they don't sort of trip on themselves, get all confused, suffer stuff that really doesn't work, like standardized software, charting, all the trappings of the beginning, dealing with trading software, figuring out after a significant period of time that it's really a waste of time, that the indicators are lagging. It's giving you a picture of what happened, not what may happen. And we hope to help you focus on the price action level of the trade, the opportunity to receive as the first level of service here Sal's charts, Sol himself, and then Sol's proprietary scalping levels from an educational point of view, his commentary during the morning session, and that is very helpful for traders that to focus them, give them the light at the end of the tunnel on a daily basis, and help them and encourage them, based on their trading. The second level of, so that's the friends and family offer that I just sent out to you. That link is a discount link that is only available in this Zoom trade along. In other words, it's not on a website or that type of thing. This is a private offer, a significant savings. It's usually $379 a month here. Right now, it's on for $100, which is good. And Adam, I know that. The reason I'm reaching out on an individual basis is that I want to make sure that you're comfortable, that you're getting what you're looking for. And if you are in need of anything additional, so that is not an issue at all. I like to stay current with those that are part of our services. This is a dynamic opportunity when it comes to markets and the change in markets and the change in opportunity. This is very much a relationship, a family. That's why we call it friends and family. Sol has a particular demeanor that is very good with people. He's also able to chew gum and trade at the same time if it makes any sense to you. Like, he doesn't get nervous or crazy or overwrought. He's been doing this for a long time. I mean, he has suffered losses. He has made gains. He has excelled, at his craft. And this is an opportunity for you as an individual, those coming into the service, to develop a relationship with this Zoom trade along and the individuals in it. So if I reach out to you and welcome you, I'm doing it, as A, maybe a thank you, and B, as an encouragement to participate, which it's been a great group to participate with here. So no worries, okay? No worries. And we do have individuals that may pop in and out from time to time that may just come in for Sol's levels and bolt. They come in late, as if they're not going to be seen. There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on in the internet world. So you want to make sure everything is fair for those that are paying and fair for those that would like to pay, and to know the roadmap for success, particularly in this opportunity, the staging, the guests converting pretty quickly into friends and family, and then, that's the holding pattern and the good stuff. And then if they're interested in moving on into Sol's course and mentoring work, we're here for you to have that conversation. You're also entitled to a private trading consultation as part of Sol's friends and family. It's great for new traders. It's awesome for new traders. And it's really good for those that are needing a tune-up, based on what they're looking to do and how they're doing it and why they're doing it. So, Mark, hopefully that helps you. Just let me know back in chat. Hey, Ernesto, let me know. Mahmoud, let me know how you made out today. D, hey D, let me know if you would sign up for friends and family. And Felix, I think you might have. Just let me know back in chat. Appreciate it. And Mark, if you decide to do it, let me know and give you the big shout out and welcome. Hey, Avi, welcome back. Hey, D, let me know if you're in front of your computer. Edward, let me know the best time to chat today. Mark, let me know if you have any additional questions. Mahmoud, let me know also. Felix, let me know if you're back. Ernesto, let me know if you're back. D, let me know if you're back. Anybody I missed, let me know if you're back.